Hey everyone, Mike here from Human Underbridged, and welcome to the Petroleum News Network, a channel dedicated to showcasing community security initiatives to protect us and to everything related to your security. Today we're going to take a deep dive into a really important topic, and that is pre-employment vetting for high-risk roles. A high-risk role is any role where that individual could harm, injure, or impact on the well-being of the public or your client. For example, an armed security officer, a police officer, or a professional driver. A high-risk role also includes any individual that you employ to manage your finances or handle cash within your organization. The protection of the community starts with you in terms of when you recruit people that could impact on their safety or integrity. You need to make sure you're hiring the right people. So how do you avoid a bad hire? Well, let's go through the process and start in the very beginning, the application form. It all starts with the application form. Consider putting your application process online so that it is easier for candidates to access the process and at the same time allows you to start filtering through applications for potential candidates from those who don't make the minimum requirements. We ask for basics, personal information, employment history, education, and qualifications. But for high risk roles, we go deeper. We need to understand not just what's on paper, but who the candidate really is, which is why your application process should include contact information for next of kin and additional relatives and long-time friends, as well as a history of residential addresses. When creating an application form for high-risk candidates, it's crucial to gather comprehensive and relevant information to assess their suitability for sensitive roles. Here are some key elements to include in the application form. Your application form should include basic information such as a candidate's full legal name, their identity number, their full contact information such as their address, phone number, email, and all social media accounts, and also a certified copy of their valid identity document. For roles that involve integrity in financial institutions or working with money, there should be a disclosure of financial history, including bankruptcies, liens, or judgments, and an explanation of any financial difficulties or irregularities. In certain high risk roles, you should also inquire whether or not a candidate has any existing special security clearances. For example, someone who is cleared to work at a national key point or has been cleared by the gaming board. Included in your application form should be space for a comprehensive disclosure of any criminal history, including arrests, charges, and convictions, as well as space to explain the circumstances surrounding each incident. Your application form must also include contact information for professional references, including supervisors, colleagues, and mentors. Reference checks may include questions about the candidate's character, work ethic, and suitability for high-risk roles. Finally, your application form must include a statement of consent and disclosure. A statement, in other words, that states that the candidate gives you full permission to conduct any of the background checks required in order to ensure the candidate's suitability for the role. The next phase in your vetting process is comprehensive background checks. Your vetting process should include background checks such as criminal history, employment verification, education confirmation. Every detail matters. We need to be certain that the person we're entrusting with the safety of our clients or the public is someone that we can rely on completely. After that, there is the skills assessment process. In the skills assessment process, this is where you are, prior to employing the candidate, ensuring that they do indeed have the skills that they have included on their resume. If you are hiring an armed security officer, for example, that armed security officer must be able to complete successfully the business purposes firearm shoot in your presence. You cannot just rely on the fact that they have a business purpose competency, but that they indeed are capable of fulfilling the minimum requirements under marginal pressure. High-risk roles demand specialized skills. We include assessments for technical proficiency, physical fitness, language and literacy, numeracy capabilities, and problem solving. We also conduct simulation exercises and drills to see how the candidate would perform in such situations. Last but not least is the interview process. Leave the interview right to the end of the process so that you don't waste time and money interviewing candidates that don't make the minimum requirements. During your interview, you should look for nonverbal and verbal communication skills, attitude and motivation towards the role, and the capacity of the candidate to work within a team. In high risk roles, the stakes are high. Employee vetting is the first line of defense to ensure that you have the right people in these crucial positions. It's not just about qualifications, likability, competency, or work experience. It's about trust, integrity, and the ability to handle pressure situations. Consider the impact on your business if you make a bad hire, for example, in a position where you require an armed security officer who subsequently and negligently discharges their firearm, injuring a client or bystander. In a world of high risk roles like South Africa, where we rely heavily on private security, emergency medical technicians, and our own police, it is critical that when you hire someone, you eliminate the potential risk to your client and to your organization by conducting thorough employee screening and skills assessments. Stay tuned to Human Unabridged for more insight into your own personal security, resilience, and capacity. Thank you for watching. Until next time, please stay safe out there.